It's a whopper kind of day. Oh, I'm so excited. Excuse me. I shouldn't talk and eat at the same time, but today's Monday. It's my day off. This is the day when I don't go into the office or do private readings. It's a day for Psychic Bob for himself. And so I went out to lunch today, and I went shopping, and I found these at a store I was at. And it's called Whoppers. These are the original melted what do they call it? Malted milk balls. I can't say that. Have y'all ever had these? When I was a kid, I used to eat these. See, they're chocolate inside. They have milk. Oh my God. I haven't had these in years. I'm so excited. I've been sitting here nibbling on this box. I'm not being endorsed by Whoppers, but I do love them. Anyways, I tell you, I am having such an exciting day today. First of all, I'm in such a good mood because last night you guys were wonderful. Thank you for all of you who came out to last night's show. We had the witching hour. Lord Tony and Lady Angela both had to work and weren't able to be with us. So I was doing it all by myself. But you guys were welcoming and wonderful and so supportive. And I want to say thank you. I have a lot of comments to get back to. I know a lot of you wrote me stuff. I'm not ignoring you. I've just been real busy. But here we are. It's time for horoscopes today. And before I get into that, I have another exciting thing to show you. Check this out. I am so happy. Look what I found. I thought that I had lost this. Did any of you know what this is? You're going to say, what's that? It's a cross pendant. Well, you know I like crosses these days. This is a very valuable cross because this is part of the Jean Dixon Astrology collection. And remember I told you several years ago I went to an auction and bought out some boxes of lots of stuff from Jean Dixon's auction. And there were some jewelry pieces in there. And I think I've shown you I've got a jewelry pin. It's like a Zodiac wheel that was Jean Dixon's. Well, this was part of her jewelry line. Back in the 1970s, Jean Dixon made a line of jewelry, and it's all signed on the back. You can see it's Jean Dixon's signature there. And she made a bunch of astrology crosses. And so these are beautiful, like gold crosses, and they've got little zodiac symbols. And what's really cool is these are like, do you remember the mood rings, how they change color? Well, when you wear these pendants, depending on your body temperature, it'll change the color. It's hard to see here, but there's a zodiac sigil in there. It's for Sagittarius. Now, I'm not a Sagittarius, but I love these. I started collecting these a few years ago. Unfortunately, some of my collection was stolen when I had a lot of my jewelry taken. So I don't have any more except this one. But I found this today back in the back of my closet. It got put inside of a coat pocket. Oh, I'm so thrilled to find it. So this is a very, I don't know, it's a very valuable cross. It's not solid gold. It's costume jewelry. But it's nostalgic. It's from the 1970s, and I love it. So I'm wearing that to honor the late great psychic and astrologer Jean Dixon. Also, I'm so excited because today I was shopping online, and I found a lady who had another one of these for sale, and it was the Aquarius pendant. Now, I'm an Aquarius. So I ordered it. I've got an Aquarian cross coming, so I have two now. I want to eventually collect all 12 zodiac signs, but I'm so thrilled. Also, I'm wearing today, a lot of you love this shirt. This is my Aquarius shirt. And you see it's a guy pouring the water. That's the Aquarius sign. It's got little sequins and beads on it. That's a really cool shirt. So I'm in my zodiac mode. I got my Jean Dixon zodiac cross on my shirt. I'm hyped up on Whoppers. As if Psychic Bob needs a sugar fix. God, I'm a spaz even when I don't have sugar. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. Well, you know what time it is. It's Zodiac. So I forgot to get out my Zodiac wheel. I've been so into my chocolate, I forgot to get stuff ready today. But here we are. We're going to spin around our big Zodiac wheel and see what's coming this week for you guys. Now, for those of you tuning in, today's video is going to cover the time period April 16th, 2018 through, that'll be today, Monday, April 16th, 2018 through Sunday, April 22nd, 2016. So that's what's going on. What we're going to do is I'm going to give an overview of the week, kind of what's going on in the stars, the major astrological happenings for the week. And then after we do that, we're going to go through all 12 zodiac signs and give horoscopes. Now, just to clarify, a lot of people are saying, Psychic Bob, where do you get your horoscopes from? I don't take these from anyone. I write these horoscopes myself. I study the transits. I look at the signs. I put it all together. And it's my own creation. So you won't get these anywhere else. They are unique to Spirit Channel. So many of you have written and said how much you enjoy the horoscopes. And, I love to do them. Today, as I told you, is my day off. But even though it's my day off, I so enjoy doing astrology that I don't mind putting out a video on my day off. Because you know what? I just love it. I love doing it. It's fun for me. So we're going to take a look today at what's going on. Oh, by the way, I have to say, some of you are going to, I know people are going to ask, Psychic Bob, what if I'm a cusp? What sign am I? We're going to talk about that a little later, but you're a little bit of both. So you get 2 horoscopes if you're a cusp, okay? All right, so we're going to start here. So today we're at Monday, and that's Monday, April 16th, okay? Today we're starting with our sun in Aries. That's right, we got our sun in Aries, and we've got today our moon in Aries. Ooh, that's double firepower. Look out. Now, we also have our sun conjunct our moon. That's a power aspect. Our sun is conjunct Uranus, another power aspect. Our moon is conjunct Uranus, another power aspect. And Venus is trine Mars, very favorable alignments. What this means today is that this is your power day. This is your day to do power plays, to be on the scene and have breakthroughs. Venus trine Mars indicates you may have a little flirtation in your work today. So, be open to some fun. Be open to inspiration. With that sun conjunct Uranus, this means sudden insights and breakthroughs. So if you're in a situation today where you're feeling a little blocked, today's going to be a breakthrough. Just keep pushing. You're going to rock it. It's a day of inspiration, a day of flirtation, a day of power. Okay, so what a great way to start off our week, huh? This is going to be a really good week. Now, when we go into Tuesday, with the 17th of April, our moon is moving over to Taurus tomorrow. Now, what that means is that's going to ground our energy down, a little more focused, a little more earthy. Like today, we've got both of all this fire energy, so people may not be too grounded today. You'll still have breakthrough, but it's like once we get into tomorrow with that moon moving into Taurus, things are going to settle down, be a little more focused. We've got our moon trine Saturn, favorable aspect, brings out wisdom and focus, and Venus is trine Pluto. What this means is that, success comes tomorrow from going slow. That moon trine Saturn slows things down, and it means don't rush through the process, be analytical, be thorough, follow everything through. Venus trine Pluto means that people will be able to have trust in you going forward. So it's a great day to close some business deals, good day for job interviews, good days to cement contracts down, okay? It also means look ahead. Venus trine Pluto means try to get people to join you in seeing the bigger picture. That's the key to tomorrow. Keep everybody on the same page, moving forward slowly, steady, and methodically, okay? Now, once we get into Wednesday, which is the 18th of April, we've got our Taurus moon in opposition to Jupiter. We've got Mercury square Saturn, and the moon is trine Pluto. What this means is that you want to kind of go deeper than the surface words, okay? Moon in opposition to Jupiter means success is there, but it may be a little hidden, okay? Mercury square Saturn means there may be trouble in getting truth out of words tomorrow. Not that people are necessarily deceiving you, but you may not be getting the full picture. They may be missing what they need to share. So kind of pull knowledge out of people, double check facts. Our moon trine Pluto favorable aspect. What that means is that you're going to break through and it'll be long-term success for you. But go deeper than the surface, go deeper than just words, go into facts, go into knowledge, go into intuition. And that's how you get through Wednesday, okay? Now, when we go into Thursday, we've got our moon moving into Gemini, which brings in a lot of that air energy. Again, stimulating conversation. You'll start to see people getting more on the same page. Venus is in opposition to Jupiter. And even though oppositions are usually a negative sign, whenever Jupiter's involved, it brings in blessings. So it means that people are going to want to talk to you, and that people will feel harmonious, and there's going to be a real sense of trust and success on all sides. Just go slow with it. Make sure that you have your facts in a row too, okay? Because, with that Venus in opposition to Jupiter, it means that you can't just skate by on surface appearances. You have to have facts to back up what you're saying. So, you can't just stand at the podium and look pretty. You have to have some power words too. So kind of make sure you have your facts. Don't try to float on, luck or chance, and you'll be fine, okay? Now, going into Friday, interestingly, this week we have literally the exact same transits on Thursday and Friday. No major changes. So again, same energy. Focus on facts. Focus on, communications. Be thorough in your discussions. Going into the weekend here, it's interesting because we've got our moon moving into Cancer, which is a water sign. That stirs up kind of the deeper psychic self. We've got our moon square Mercury, and our Mars is conjunct Pluto. What this combination tells me is that with the moon in Cancer, as I said, that's going to give you power for the depths, the inner stuff, the feelings, the emotions. Moon square Mercury means that it may be a little hard to get clarity in outward discussions. People may not come forward again with the way they're really feeling or what they want to say. Moon conjunct Pluto is a favorable aspect because that does mean long-term people will be on the same page. But in the moment, you want to kind of look within, pay attention to the inner voice. Don't necessarily give all credence to outer words. Get a feeling, because your inner voice may be different than what you're saying, particularly in business situations. So trust your inner voice on Saturday. That's your way to success, okay? Now, going into Sunday, we've got that Cancer moon still on the charts here. Our moon is in opposition to Mars, okay? And you know how they say opposites attract? Our moon is a water moon, and it's in opposition to Mars, which is a challenging aspect. So could be a little sense of outward clashes, like people may feel a little sensitive, but we've got our moon ultimately here playing out as trine Jupiter, which means the victory is assured for you. So be patient. Success on Sunday may not come in the form of outer big celebrations. It's more of an inner victory. It means that you faced your challenge and you've done a good job and you've overcome. So you end this week on Sunday on a very positive note. More of an inner success. The outer success is coming, but the inner success is where it's all at. So be proud of yourself. Look at your accomplishments. Take stock of your talents, because that's what you're going to get to see on Sunday, okay? So there's our week. Going to be a fascinating week. A lot of inner work this week, okay? Now, we're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel, and we're going to go through all 12 zodiac signs. So all of you listening, every person listening to this video, watching this, is going to get a horoscope. Now, if you don't remember what your horoscope sign is, listen up, because I give the birth date range after each sign. So, you'll hear, when you hear the sign that your birth date range falls within, that is your zodiac sign. Now, again, for those of you who are cusps, because I know sometimes the zodiac depends on how it's set up and what year it's done. It'll fluctuate by a day or two. If you're somebody who says, Bob, I listened to one astrologer and I was a Taurus, and then I listened to yours and I'm a Gemini. I don't know what to do. I'm on that cusp. Well, don't be upset by that. That means you're a little of both and you get 2 horoscopes, okay? So, hey, some days you're going to be more of one, some days more of the other. But just listen to both. You'll figure out which one really is speaking to you. Or maybe a little of both, okay? So you just get more, knowledge than the average person. So don't be upset about being a cusp, okay? Well, let's spin around our big wheel here. All right, our first sign on our wheel is Aries. Aries is March 21st to April 20th. Aries, this week there's a lot of water energy and a lot of Uranian influence and a lot of, Pluto influence. You are feeling very powerful, very psychic. Aries, you're normally much more of a surface person. This week you may be a little withdrawn, a little intuitive, a little more reclusive. Let that side of you reign. Give yourself a little break. Don't feel the need to jump into the outer world and control everything. Sit back. Let other people bring to you knowledge and information. You're going to find in work that by stepping back, people actually perceive you as doing more. So don't jump into the fray and make them think that you're, a control freak. Not that you are, but they may interpret it that way this week. In the area of relationships, also Aries this week, you want to sit back and listen more than express yourself. This is a week for Aries just to kind of be in retreat mode and listen for the inner voice. Let that be your guide this week. Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to educational pursuits. So if you're an Aries and you've been wanting to kind of pick up another degree or do some coursework, great time to do that, okay? Your key word this week, Aries, is psychic. Let the psychic self roll psychic. All right. Our next sign is Taurus, April 21st to May 20th. You know, Taurus, a lot of people accuse you of being surface. Tauruses tend to love luxury, you know, and so they like the best of everything. And it's a false accusation, but sometimes people will say, oh, those Taurus are just materialists. But really, Taurus is a much deeper sign. They have a lot more depth to them than a lot of people realize. And this week, similar to the Aries, you want to kind of go into the depths. Not such a powerful week for Taurus to act out or push their way through. You're going to have to practice a lot of diplomacy and work this week, Taurus, because everybody's going to want your opinion, but be very careful how you express yourself, because there's a lot of room here, looking at the alignments, for miscommunication for Taurus. So be very slow to speak and limit your words. Keep everything simple. Remember, KISS principle, keep it simple, special one. Okay. In the area of relationships, I have to tell you, not the best week for Taurus. You may feel like you're just not focused in relationship, and you may even feel like your partner isn't understanding you. Be patient. This is going to be a week of patience for Taurus. That's okay, Taurus. You have good grounding and centering, and you'll get through. Okay. Also highlighted for Taurus this week are issues connected to the occult or occult studies. So explore the mysteries. Your key word this week, Taurus, is deep. Go deep. All right. Our next sign is Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. You know, Geminis, this week you are on a mission. You are a fact finder. In the work area, be thinking about how you can solve problems. Start researching, start exploring. Think outside the box this week, Gemini. You have a lot of creative energy working for you, and you're going to rock it by being unorthodox and breaking out of the mold. In the area of relationships this week, Gemini, same energy. You want to kind of break up your pattern. If you have a tradition of every Thursday you go on a date with your wife, you know, tell your wife, we're going to go out every night this week and celebrate just being together. You know, bring some excitement, bring some change. You've got Gemini, you know, the moon's moving into the air signs this week on, what day is it? Hold on. Yeah, it's on Thursday. The moon's in Gemini, so that's your power day, okay? So, you know, take advantage of that. Be creative, be inspiring. People are going to love you, okay? Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to arts and crafts. So a good time to explore creating something fun for your home or something just to enrich yourself. Your key word this week, Gemini, is research. All right. Our next sign is Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. Cancers, you know, with that water energy this weekend, but it's actually going to be before this weekend. This weekend's your power time, but all week long you're feeling that water energy that rules your sign. You're feeling the deeper psychic self, the knowledge. Trust your emotions. This is going to be a week for Cancers, particularly in the work area, where you're going to hear a lot of talking heads, you know, people, da, na, 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 na. But you may feel disconnected from that. And if you do, that's a sign to go deeper within and listen to what's inside, because the voices are talking, but the true message is not being communicated. You will succeed in work by being able to bring up the truth of what you really feel about a situation. In the area of relationships this week, Cancer, this is actually a good week for relationships for you, because you're going to really be empathic and feel your partner's energy and be able to respond to that. And they're going to think you are just golden. They're going to like, that Cancer person, I just love them to death. They really get me. And see, that's your winning streak. So trust your intuition, trust your feelings, let the heart reign. That's your secret of success this week. Also highlighted for Cancers this week are issues connected to writing. So it's a good time if you've been wanting to write a book or write a poem, write a song. Maybe write a poem for your loved one, okay? Go ahead and do that. Creativity will reign. Your key word this week, Cancer, is feel. Feel your way through all experiences. All right, our next sign is Leo. Leo is July 23rd to August 22nd. You know Leos. Now, I know Leos are immensely faithful in relationships. But I got to tell you, Leo, you got a lot of that Venusian and Martian energy floating around you this week. And you may be tempted to have a little flirtation. Now, if you're in a relationship, no, don't flirt, okay? Because you'll get in trouble with that. But people are going to flirt with you, but know how to balance that. This is actually a fun week for Leos because there's a lot of high energy, a lot of social energy, definitely in the area of work. Be open to kind of going out to company lunches or cocktail hours. These connections are going to be fun, okay? In the area of relationships, Leo, if you're single, flirt all you want, have fun. But if you're in a relationship, be good, okay? Give all your attention to your partner, okay? Leos might want to think about, for those of you in relationships, taking off a little early in the week to go spend time with your special someone. See if you can both take off the afternoon and go to the movies or go to a museum or a park and just enjoy each other's company. Good time for communications for Leos. Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to travel. So you might want to take your special someone on a little weekend getaway. Your key word this week, Leo, is flirt. All right, our next sign is Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgos, you have this week, it's like your mind is in overdrive. Virgos are going to be questing for knowledge. They're going to want to know every detail about everything. This will be really good in the work because what you're going to find in work this week is that people come to you to solve problems and you're going to be in problem-solving mode. You Virgos are going to find that you have a real knack to kind of break through where nobody else is seeing solutions. This is going to put you over the top at work. So be open to problem solving, be open to exploring solutions and finding new ways to do things. Think outside the box. In the area of relationships, also really good, Virgo, because you have a lot of inspiration this week to really kind of spice things up in relationships. And for those of you who are single, this is a great week for dating because you'll be really inspired by the connection with others. So a lot of good energy in work and in romance for Virgos this week. Also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to music or music appreciation. So you might want to go to a concert and see how that is, okay? Your key word this week, Virgo, is explore. All right, explore all the options. All right, our next sign is Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Libras, this week where your talent lies is that you have what I call eagle eye vision. When all the crazy people run around being dramatic, you can pierce through that veil of illusion and see what needs to be done. In work, don't ask permission, just do what you got to do. In the end, the boss will say, oh, thank God you caught that and saw that, because your attention to detail is what's going to make you this week, okay? Same thing in personal relationships, You're going to see, that people around you are driving you crazy, talking a mile a minute. Just go right to the point. Be very direct, be very brief in your conversations. You'll cut out any drama that they want to drag you into. Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to occult studies. So it's a good time to dig out the astrology books or witchcraft books or psychic books. Your key word this week, Libra, is focus. All right. All right, moving along. Our next sign, Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpios, for you guys this week, this is the week to win. You have the luck of the Irish, as they say. It's kind of like no matter what the universe throws at you, you turn it into a blessing. And so particularly in the work area this week, Feel confident that you can take on tasks that are outside your normal expertise. You'll find in work, Scorpios, that bosses and superiors are coming to you saying, I'm in a jam, get me out of it. And you're going to think, well, who am I? How do I do that? Just be very calm and say, okay, we'll work on it, okay? Because you are definitely in the winner's circle as far as work is this week. For those of you who are doing interviews or looking for work, you Scorpios, great week also for interviews because you just maneuver through those questions as like a landmine field. You know how some interviews, I mean, I'm sure y'all been there where they try to set you up to ruin you in the interview. Well, you just float all through that. So this is a good week for you Scorpios. In the area of relationships also, Scorpio, you're going to find that you're a real bridge builder. And so if you have anybody like in romance or even in family or friends that you've been feeling a struggle with, this is a good week just to kind of make the peace, reach across the divide and offer a hand or an olive branch of peace, okay? And you'll find that people are receiving you very well this week. Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to cooking or food culinary arts, food preparation, cooking, baking, this sort of stuff. So you might want to bake some bread and make some cupcakes. All right, your key word this week, Scorpio, is overcome. You will overcome all obstacles and shine. All right, our next sign is Sagittarius. That's November 22nd to December 21st. You know, Sagittarius, you are in communication mode this week. Don't stay silent, okay? This is a week in work to speak up, say what you feel, say what you think. You will not be penalized. It's like your bosses, they want to hear it. So don't be afraid to give constructive criticism where you feel you need it. Also, feel confident in branching out to explore new work areas and even new ways of doing your work. You may find that people in the work area this week are really open to new ways of doing things. So strike while the iron is hot, as they say. Also in the area of relationships for you, this is a very strong week because you're able to get to the heart of the matter, heart-to-heart talks. You know, if you have your eye on this special someone, step up and tell them. Share your feelings. Don't be unrequited. Your love will not be unrequited this week. In the area of friendships and family, also, good time to make sure everybody's on the same page, okay? Also highlighted for Sagittarius this week are issues connected to real estate or real estate purchases. So if you want to buy some land or buy a house or, do something like that, definitely look into that. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is self-expression. All right, our next sign, Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. You know, Capricorns, for you guys, what's really important this week is just to be consistent, stay the course. You may feel like, you need to run ahead or kind of outpace people. Not this week. Just be slow, be steady, be methodical, and you'll be just fine. Life is not a rat race, and don't let it become one, especially this week, because you can kind of take your time and set your own agenda, and you end up at the same place as if you struggled and rushed. So take your time, okay? In the area of relationships, also, you want to be consistent with your partner. So if you have like a date night, like every Wednesday you go out, try to stick to that this week. Don't sacrifice it for work because you're in a place right now where it shows a lot of energy around confidence in relationships and good rapport, good communication. So keep that going, okay? Also highlighted for Capricorn this week are issues connected to spiritual studies or religious pursuits. So it might be a good time to go to a monastery and have a retreat. Your key word this week, Capricorn, is steady. Be steady. Slow, I could add to that, slow and steady. All right. Our next sign is Aquarius, January 20th to February 19th. You know, Aquarians, they tend to be like far ahead of their time, okay? Most people find Aquarians a little weird and offbeat because, they're talking about stuff that doesn't even exist yet. Most Aquarians are very psychic, they have far vision, far-reaching vision. And this week, that far-reaching vision really is a recurring theme. Aquariuses are going to have a sense of timing about things. In the career area, definitely look ahead. For some of you, you may say, you know what, as I look ahead, I feel this company is going to run into instability. Maybe time to get resumes ready and move on. For some of you, it's like you're looking ahead. You're saying, well, it's not going to be unsteady. Actually, the company's going to be very steady. I should buy stock. You think about those people who first bought into Microsoft when it was first starting, Look, a lot of them are millionaires today. Well, Aquarians are going to be in that place. So trust your instinct, look ahead. The world around you may disagree with you, but then again, Aquarians have always marched to their own tune. It's nothing new here, okay? So let your Aquarian side reign, okay? In the area of relationships also, Aquarius, this may be a little challenging this week because you're so far ahead that you may make your partner feel as if you're not hearing them or you're not paying attention to them. So Aquarians have to work this week on kind of coming back to focus and being also present in the here and now. And for some of us, that can be challenging. But really, this week you can balance that out by kind of, in work you can be far-reaching, but at home be very grounded and centered, okay? It's going to be kind of a dichotomy, a dual week of shifting energies. Not a bad week, but it will take attention to that detail to be, just fine so you don't offend people or communicate something. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is far-reaching. All right, our next sign, Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Pisces, this week you are in spiritualist mode. Pisces will really feel the presence of the spirit world. And what's interesting is this week in work, you may literally feel like spirits are kind of pushing you and guiding you in your work. And the truth is they are. Let them be present. You have a lot of Neptune and Pluto energy, which very stirs up a lot of that psychic senses. So in work, let the spirit guide you. Now that doesn't mean throw away your logical mind, but when it comes down to it, let that intuitive mind really be part of the equation for success this week. In the area of relationships, Pisces, also, this is going to be an interesting week because part of you is going to want to kind of go on a mountaintop and retreat from love. The other part of you is going to have an admiring public who adores you and needs your presence. So you may feel a little conflicted of how to be in the world and not of the world. But that's okay. Let your spirit guides lead you. You're going to really see that by asking for help from the higher power, however you define that you will maneuver relationships, social relationships, as well as romantic relationships with great class and great ease through letting the spirit help you. So ask for spirit advice, okay? Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues particularly connected to the study of astrology and spiritualism. So you might want to explore both of those topics. Your key word this week, Pisces, is mediumship. There you go. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe we spun around our big wheel? We covered all 12 signs. I'm so glad you're here. Listen, I say it every week, but I mean it. If you are at a time of struggle in your life, don't despair. Just pause and look to the stars. Because above us, the Zodiac wheel is always spinning. And what that means is each day brings a new alignment, new planetary energies for new blessing. So let yourself be blessed and illumined by the power of the stars. Keep faith, hope, and love in your heart and walk with the universe. And let the stars be your allies. As I always like to say, the stars do not control us nor compel us, but they are gentle guides along the way, lending their energies to help us on our journey. I am so glad you're here. Listen, guys, I hope you'll keep it here at Spirit Channel. I need your help. Please like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe. We'd love you to be here. Be here tomorrow on Tuesday. We got messages from the spirit world. You don't want to miss that. That's where I do little mini psychic readings and answer letters and do little psychic readings for viewers. So if you have a question that you forgot to put in last week's video, put it below this one, or you can write to me at my email, readings@robert robert-hickman.com. All these links will be in the info box below this video. You guys are the best. So, you got a lot of homework to do, all right? If you didn't see yesterday's video, go check that out, okay? In the box below, also put a comment. Tell me if your horoscope is speaking to you this week. What sign are you? I'd love to hear about it. And make sure to like this video, favorite, and share it with your friends. Hit subscribe. And if you get bored, again, pop over to my website at robert-hickman.com. The link will be below. And pick up some books. We got Messages from Rose. We got Ouija Mysteries. We've got Psyche Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. All books written by me, authored by me. I think you'll love them. So definitely get some reading material there. You guys are best. I love you. I'm going to go sit here and meditate on my mystical Zodiac cross. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Until then, may you always blessed be.